Look, you won't be the first, and you definitely won't be the last.
Good. That's good to know.
This
Good.
is Lady Myya. Hello, you guys. We are here with another podcast. And show. You guys, we have a special guest, Mr. Eddie Davis. Okay, so I've listened to his demo. I'm super excited. You guys are going to get a treat today. He is a fellow Phillian. And so we were just chatting it up, you know how I do. And we just had a blast just kind of going down memory lane and seeing how much we actually had in common. We had so much. But you wouldn't believe it. But I'm going to let and allow him to explain who he is, what he does, and why. Hello, beloved.
Hello, Lady Myya. How are you?
I'm great, sir. I'm
Oh,
great.
you look great.
Thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I appreciate your time, effort, and your energy in this process.
Oh,
So,
well, thanks for having me today. I'm
oh, thank you for
glad to
being
be here with
here.
you on this Memorial Day and this Memorial Day weekend, although it's miserable out here in Philly. Although we're having a little sun today. We're looking for the sun, you know.
Right?
But
Yes.
finally stopped
Hey,
raining the last couple days.
you know it has. It has. It has. But you know what? We're look. As long as we're smiling, we can bring our own sunshine. Correct?
Absolutely. Got to keep that sunshine. Bring it with you because I got a drummer who has a cloud over his head all the time, you know. So I like to bring the sunshine.
And it's only better with the sunshine, right? I'm
Yeah.
telling you. Okay, so I would love to know, sir, what made you start singing?
Well, geez, we can go back to, I grew up with a piano in the house and
Mhm.
my mother played. And we were like, I don't know, there was a show, I don't know if you remember, you saw reruns of All in the Family. How everybody sits around the piano singing. And so my house was like that. My mother would play, my father, my sister, and myself would stand around the piano and sing. My mother had all this sheet music and she'd play. So at a very early age, I started singing with my mother on piano, you know.
Oh,
And
wow.
so one thing led to another. And, in school, I went into the glee club or the chorus. And, I didn't think it was cool, but I wanted to sing. So I did it anyway. And,
Kept
then
you busy.
I took up some instruments. I tried clarinet. I tried bass. I tried piano, but actually, I wasn't good at practicing all of that. That's why I admire these musicians who just have put this practice and it's like another limb, their guitar or their saxophone, and they just playing all the time. Me, I was just singing all the time. And that came easy. It's too hard to although I learned how to play bass, and I started playing bass early because I was too scared to just stand up there and sing. But I didn't like playing the horn or the sax because I hated sucking on that reed. You had to lick the reed and the clarinet or the saxophone. I didn't like that.
I love the saxophone. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
nice, sexy instrument too.
Hey, that was the instrument. It was
Yeah.
it was good because I was bullied all the time, so I could use it.
Yeah, well, it took a lot of work to learn how to play that. And piano was too heavy to carry around. Although this bass in those days, when I was playing this Fender bass, it was pretty heavy. It
Mm.
gave me such a pain in my shoulder.
Such a pain in my
I had to get a
shoulder.
needle
I
about
had to get a
this
needle
big
about this big
that they stuck in my
that they
shoulder.
stuck in my
Actually,
shoulder.
he said to see the
Actually,
worker
he said to
won't,
see the
and
worker
actually it
won't,
worked.
and actually it
So
worked.
that was a long time ago.
So
Once
that
I got
was a
enough
long time ago.
confidence, I
Once
put
I
the
got
bass
enough
down.
confidence, I
Got a
put
real
the bass
bass player.
down. Got a real bass player.
I can understand. I really do. I really do.
Definitely, definitely.
Definitely,
Definitely.
But it was
Okay.
like a crutch.
So-
It was like a crutch at first.
It was like a crutch
Yeah.
at
Playing
first.
bass.
Yeah.
It was hard to play bass and
Mm.
It was
sing
hard
at the
to play
same
bass
time,
and
though.
sing at the
For
same
me,
time.
anyway.
For me,
It is. It's difficult.
You know, I think
it's
that is a
difficult. You know,
definite
I think
talent. You know, if you can do both of them, it's like
Yeah.
walking and chewing gum at the same time, correct?
Right. Right. Absolutely.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So basically, we understand the history behind it. What are you finding as far as your singing is coming?
Well, so from that, I started playing. Well, when I went to college, I played fraternity parties. I was fronting a big band that had horns, and was playing some of that Chicago. You spent some time in Chicago, I understand, right?
Yes. Yes.
So you remember the band Chicago?
Big bands in
Yeah,
Chicago. Oh,
yeah,
I love those. Oh,
yeah. So
yeah.
we were playing that kind of music, Chicago, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and and I was fronting that band. I had four horns and an organ, and and so that was cool. And from fraternity parties, I think we were making $25 a piece, to
Mm,
play a fraternity party, and I
okay.
got offered $100. I'll never forget this. $100 to. Um, oh no, that was probably before that. I got paid. I got offered around $40 to play an anniversary party. So that got me into. I was making twice as much, almost $40 instead of 22.50. It actually was. So we started playing. I got with another trio, and I fronted that band and started playing private parties. So
Hmm.
that paid a lot more than playing fraternity parties and drunk people going crazy and throwing stuff. Gotta hide.
Like I don't have to clean it up. Okay.
Yeah,
Get my money and go. All right.
yeah. I just wanted to make sure I didn't get hit by a beer bottle or something. In those days, it was pretty crazy.
Let's not do that.
So
Oh,
I started. So private parties then
yeah.
became really what I was doing,
Mhm.
playing top 40, and I always leaned toward R&B music.
Okay.
um,
So what are you doing now?
so now, and that's what I want to tell people, all the young people also that are listening to, never give up. Do what you want. I always loved blues. I always loved the blues. So R&B, I loved that. I was always growing up. I went to Overbrook High School. It was a very diversified, a diverse kind of, place to grow up, and all kinds of people, and I had a lot of soul at an early age, and so I leaned toward R&B and then blues, but I couldn't play blues in those days because you had to play what the people wanted to hear, and sort of like
Rock
more
and roll.
of the top 40 and the standards and stuff like that. So over the years I started to play less. I didn't want to do weddings or corporate events as much anymore, and wanted to record some blues music. So that's what I'm doing now. And it's not as much money, but it's not, the money is okay. I made the money. Now I want to do what I always loved. So
Mm,
I'm recording some
yeah.
blues music and playing some blues festivals. You know, when this whole thing opens up again, the world.
Yes. Hmm. And that's going to be exciting for you. Definitely. Are you
Yes,
looking forward to it?
yes, absolutely. Always looking forward to play. I've been in the studio recording some things like the song you just heard, and
Hmm.
but it'll be nice to get out and play again for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun. So much fun. Okay, okay. So, what is the message? Music has to have that message to just grab you. What is that message?
The message is, I got a couple messages. First of all, what I'm doing now is that as I got a little older, to never give up. Do what you want to do what you love, and keep at it. Do what you have to do to survive. And then as you get to a place in your life where you can do what you want, it's never too late. Do what you want. Hopefully, you're able to call your own shots at a certain point and do what you want.
Yeah.
The other message is I was scared to death at a younger to be fronting a band. That's why I played bass in the beginning. I was too scared to just sing, and even to this day, sometimes you get nervous. But I had to force myself to do things.
Mhm.
So you have to put yourself into a situation where it might be uncomfortable, might be scary, but you have to go up there and act, and put on the performer's face and just get up there and force yourself to do it.
Yes.
You know?
No, I understand that one. Definitely.
Yeah.
Just getting the chance to talk to my Mayan tribe, that's always like, okay, what are they going to say now?
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure, but
Yeah.
that's okay. As long as everyone is having fun and being respectful and different things like that. But when they see your passion, when they see that and how you're giving it your all and
Yeah.
who you are behind the voice, who
Oh,
you
yeah.
are behind behind closed doors, they can see that it radiates,
That
to
is
them.
so important. You need to have that
Yeah.
passion and that drive. You can't give that to somebody. You have to have that.
Yeah.
And then it becomes, whatever you're doing becomes believable. And that's important. If you believe what you're doing, you're sincere about what you're doing, and you're passionate about it, people will feel that.
Yes.
And that goes a long way.
Yes, doesn't it? Then it makes our hearts smile, right? Because they feel it. You can just
Yeah.
tell,
Oh, yeah.
especially look, the mask, if once they come off now. Those faces, you could tell it's everything that's gonna be on their face. It's gonna tell the truth. It's just like,
Yeah.
ooh, yeah, I like this. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I felt that way with your song. I was just like,
Oh,
ooh.
great. Oh, that's great. Yeah. I definitely felt that song. And, when I watch it myself, there was a time when I couldn't, watch myself or listen to myself. It was hard, because you're picky, you're a worst critic. You're your own worst critic,
Mhm.
But now, I can dig it.
I love that. Okay,
Yeah.
so with your you have, oh my goodness, you've done everything. Thank you for your service, definitely all
Oh,
day.
well, we didn't talk about you were in South Carolina.
Yes, I'm in South
Uh,
Carolina.
Yeah, and we were saying earlier when we were chatting that when you say thank you for my service, happy Memorial Day, and that we're in South Carolina. Last time I was in South Carolina, I was in the Marine Corps in Parris Island, South Carolina, and then from there in North Carolina, Camp Lejeune. I was a cook. I was a cook in the Marine Corps.
Really?
That
Oh,
was
that's
my art coming out.
wow. Do you still cook?
I was great at eggs. Eggs was my specialty.
You and me both, sir.
I was
My
great
husband
at
does all the cooking. Like,
Yeah,
I'm good.
all right.
Oh gosh, that is great. Okay, so what can we look forward to with your voice, sir?
Well, I have some other things. I'm working on some, music, and I did a couple original songs, but I'm covering some like songs that are maybe like 50 years old or something, old blues tunes. That I like, even what you heard, "Blues is My Business." That's an old tune from maybe 25 years ago. That Etta James actually did that tune. Um, to the lady who sang, you might be familiar with that song "At Last." You know,
At
there you go. That's
last,
right.
my love
That's
has
coming
come
along,
along.
my love.
I love me some editing.
She recorded this
It's
"Blues
such a
is My
pretty voice.
Business." Yeah, so she recorded that song first, like in the '90s or something, and some I
Mm,
heard it on The Sopranos when they were had that show on. If you remember The Sopranos, I heard it on
yeah.
a commercial. They were going to a break and played this song, and I said, "Oh, I got to record that someday." So we did it finally, you know, and so that's what we get, looking forward to some more music coming out. A lady um, from St. Louis, Missouri. Um, Lady Raya,
Lady
Rage.
Ray J?
Yeah, Lady
Yes,
Rage.
I
Yes,
love her. That's my
she
big
played.
sis. Oh, I love
Oh,
her.
yeah, really? Oh, well, she loved my stuff and played it. I did a version of St. Louis Blues with
Ooh.
like four horns, and that's a big song. And I mean, that song was written probably in about 1930 or something, but it's been a popular song over the years. And I was so honored that she played St. Louis Blues from her on her show in St. Louis, Missouri.
Mm,
So she's in St. Louis, so she played that. She played Blues My Business. It was cool.
yes,
Um, and so
she's
Lady
awesome.
Ray J was really nice. She asked me, "What else do you have? What else do you have?" So
Right.
it was cool.
I mean, your
We were
stuff
able
is
to.
but it's so like spirit tone. Like, you know the spirit is in there. You just gotta like grip it up
Mhm,
and just eat it up and just
mhm.
go around with it.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes. Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you,
I
lady.
can't I can't wait. I'm gonna have to tell her, like, hey girl, what's up?
I'm gonna have to send you a cheese. Yeah, tell Lady Ray J that we talked, and
Definitely.
I appreciate her. And she played, St. Louis Blues, which was unbelievable, out of St.
Mm,
Louis, and she played Blues My Business, also that you just
yes.
heard. I didn't
I'm
have a
excited.
video at that time. I just finished the video of that.
Yes,
But
I love your video.
yeah,
You
thank you.
represented SEPTA, which was definitely Pennsylvania. There's a whole
Yeah,
Pennsylvania feel to
yeah,
it.
I'm gonna have to send you a Philly cheesesteak down there in South
Oh,
New
don't
York.
talk about it, sir.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it. I miss the Philly pretzels, though. Oh my goodness, you
Yeah,
can't. I mean, like not everybody's pretzels are the same. Philly pretzels is a whole different thing. Like you don't even
yeah,
know what that is. You
yeah.
can freeze those and still eat those good.
You got that right.
Definitely. Okay, so this is so amazing. Can you give us just a smidge, little bit of blues is my biz.
Oh wow. Well, I did a Muddy Waters was a great blues artist, and I'm doing. He did a song called uh, "Hoochie Coochie Man," and so I'm doing that over, and it's went. Gypsy woman told my mother before I was born, got a boy child coming, gonna be the son of a gun, gonna make pretty women's jump and shout. The world wanna know what this all about, 'cause I'm here. Everybody knows I'm here. Well, I'm the coochie coochie man. Everybody knows I'm here. Yeah, yeah. All right. That's enough of that. I don't know what that sounded like, but you put me on the spot. I don't want to
Hey,
let
you
you
know
down.
what? I'm honored, sir. I'm honored. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm honored. I'm honored. It was
That's
good.
well,
Coochie
that'll be on me.
coochie. Yes.
Huh?
Loving
Let
it.
me. You sound pretty good yourself. And so what? You have a band too?
You would think, right? Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I used to sing way back when. I used to be a writer way back when, but
Oh.
I don't do that anymore. But I'm really, look, just talking to you just kind of awoken something in me.
Oh. Good. That's good. I'm honored about that. And that's what we talked about, to have that drive and that passion. I can't stop, even if I wanted to. God put stuff in my head that I
Yes.
got to go out and do. I got to
Yes.
do it. It's like crazy. I waste money a lot of times but I have this idea. I got to do this. I got to do that. I wrote a song, not to get off the thing, but real quick, and you
Oh
can
no,
see it on
definitely.
YouTube sometime. But I wrote a song, I guess in the probably the mid '90s, called. And at that time, there was a zombie movie that was popular in the '60s, black and white, called Night of the Living Dead. And in the '90s, they remade it in color. So I wrote a song called "Doing the Zombie." And that's when Night of the Living Dead was about. These people come back from zombies walking around. And I wrote a song called Doing the Zombie. And Chubby Checker, if you heard of him, you guys will
Yes,
know.
I met him
No, did
on
you?
his tour bus.
Oh, yeah.
And I sat in his tour bus for like 2 hours.
Oh, wow. Cool. Well, he's famous for the twist and the pony and twist again and
Yes.
all kinds of stuff. And he recorded
Yes.
Doing the Zombie. And actually, that was my first. I became a published artist with ASCAP from that song, and I get royalties on that every Halloween. And I don't even remember what my point was at this point. But anyway, so I wrote that song. Chubby recorded it. And zombies since then, the zombies have just become huge with The Walking Dead and Fear of the Walking Dead and all these zombie shows. So it's like, I'm getting royalties from that, and it's beautiful. I redid it with a young guy last year, a couple years ago, actually, right before the pandemic. And it's on YouTube. Doing the Zombie, Eddie Davis. You can check it out sometime. It's fun. It's fun too. And I have a video. Chubby will be when Chubby did it in the '90s. We weren't doing videos; it was just an audio. There wasn't a video yet. And my first royalty check, Lady Myya, I got. Now they direct deposit stuff. In those days, they'd mail you a check.
Right.
So I was so excited. I got a check in the mail from California. There's an envelope in California was a royalty check. I opened it up. It was a beautiful check, perforated check. My hand, I swear this is true. I opened it up. The check was for 1 cent, 1 penny. My first royalty check was for 1 cent, and I.
That's what you gotta pray for over the check and make sure. Let this just explode and multiply.
Right.
Multiply.
Zeros. Pray for some zeros on that, right?
on the other side of that one.
Yeah. So when I framed that check, and I have that in a frame, my first royalty check for 1 cent. And I never cashed it, so I must have screwed their books up,
They just wrote it off.
Yeah, right. That's right. So that was fun to do, and this young guy Marcus White did a great job on that song, and took him out in the woods and got some dancers and got a makeup artist, and you'll check it out sometime on YouTube. Doing the Zombie by Eddie Davis, So that's my claim to fame, becoming a published artist with that song.
Listen, if it didn't happen then, it'll happen now. How about that?
Yeah. I wrote beautiful love songs, and that's the song that came out and got me published. So you never know where it's coming from. No, I know what we're talking about. We're talking about God putting stuff in my head. So I had seen the commercial. I had read something about the zombies. I'm redoing Night of the Living Dead. I got the idea. I went into the studio. I recorded. I got a couple of musicians that helped me out with it, and ended up Chubby hearing it and wanted to record it, and I became a published artist from that song. First song. Yeah.
We need to talk, sir. We need to talk. Yeah.
Yeah. We need to do a duet.
We will definitely be conversing on some projects. Hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. Oh my goodness, you've lived such a very rich life. Like just
Well,
just your experiences and who you got the chance to talk to, be around, to actually experience
you
is
know,
like no other. No other.
Lady Maya, and that's the theme of this show is that I put myself into these situations, even if I was thought I was nuts. If somebody thought I was nuts, "Ah, I want to do a song called "Doing the Zombie." Somebody, I finally found that people that didn't think I was nuts. You know what I mean? And put myself into getting in touch with Chubby and meeting
Mm,
him and having him hear the song and wanting to record it. I mean, so it's the drive and the passion that you were talking about earlier.
yeah. Yeah.
You need to have that.
You do, you do. I think that's the only thing that really drives you or keeps you on that road, keeps you motivated.
For sure. I mean, I know great talents that are going to waste, unfortunately, because they don't really push themselves. I mean,
True.
they're great musician, great singer,
Mm,
but they just don't have the drive. So
right.
that's important. Of
That
course,
is
with
very.
all of that, you also need the luck is one thing, and then you also besides the luck, you need the magic.
Yes.
So that with the zombie, that happened. I had the luck, I had the drive, I had the luck, and then I had the magic with
Mm.
Chubby. So that happened that way, and you just got to keep on pushing. Old Impressions tune.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is
That's an old
amazing. This is amazing.
that's an old Pointer Sisters tune. I'm so excited.
And I just
There you
can't hide
go.
it.
I know, I
Oh my
know,
goodness, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know,
I
no,
know.
I won't
I
you?
love you. Yes.
I'm an old soul too.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Love
I
it.
feel it.
Definitely. This is, oh my goodness, sir. Okay, so I'm going to make sure you guys have the link to his video. On top of that, I'm going to see if not only I can get the other video for the doing the zombie. I'm gonna
Oh
try to
yeah.
do that as well. So if I can link them all together, get you guys to check it out and see what Brother Eddie is all about there.
Yeah.
You would understand then. You would kind of see that journey kind of come into fruition, and that's a blessing all in itself. Certainly, certainly, certainly. Okay, so sir, my Mayan tribe needs some motivation, sir. If you can just speak a word over the Mayan tribe, the floor is yours.
The Maya tribe needs some motivation.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
what you're saying? Well, the motivation is to do, what you love, what you feel, and listen to the universe. Listen to what's speaking to you, whether it's God or the universe or a feeling.
Mhm.
Don't throw it off. Okay. I've heard so many things in my head that I actually pursued. Rather, would people would say, I'm not gonna pursue that. It's crazy. I can't do that. Can't do this. So the motivation is to hear those voices, get that feeling, and go do it. Call a great musician, to help you out if you don't know. I got some lyrics, I got a melody in my head. I called a keyboard player right away, and he didn't think I was nuts, which was
Mhm.
cool. And so find yourself some great musicians. If you're a singer, but you could be a painter, you could be a musician, you could be anything.
Yeah.
And I would find that drive within yourself and listen to the voices, listen to your heart, listen to yourself, and just you got to follow through. That's what it's all about. That's the motivation, to motivate yourself. you know Nobody's going to do it for you. You can't wait to be discovered. I don't want to discover anybody anymore, you know? Like, you got to do it yourself,
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
true.
A DIY, right?
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
love that. Ooh, I'm going to take that one in for myself too.
Well, I don't know if you need that so much. You seem, blessed in your own way with such a beautiful personality and outgoing style and a warm, beautiful person. I mean, you have what it takes to do whatever you want to do, girl. I can tell that for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I appreciate it so
Your
much.
your vibe is beautiful.
Oh, I
That's what
try. I think I do everything with my heart,
Yes,
you know,
and it shows.
and I can't help myself. And
Good.
yeah.
Don't change.
Thank you. Well, my Mayan tribe, it's about that time. Okay, so if you want to reach out to Brother Eddie, how can they get a hold of you, sir?
Well, my website is www.eddiedavismusic.com. That's EDDIEDAVISMUSIC.com. EddieDavisMusic.com, and you can check out some music on there. And my phone number is 610-664-8553. 610-664-8553, and you can contact me either way. It's good to email me. They can email me through the website.
Okay.
And
That's
I'd be glad to send you a link to Doing the Zombies, so you don't have to start searching for it or anything. I want to send you a link to that. We ought to definitely stay in touch.
Yes, completely. Okay, so you do that because I'm definitely going to put that in the description. Okay, so you guys, and everything. So if you want to get on the Living Your Best Life with Lady Myya podcast or the radio show or the TV show, please go ahead and email me. That is going to be at admin@ladymyya.com. That's MYYA. And you know why? Because your homegirl is special. I will talk to you guys later.
Trouble, a house full of sin. Things are bad as they ever been. If trouble was money, I'd have more money than any man should. Yes, I would. Well, I'm open for business in your neighborhood. The blues is my business, and business is good. If I had $1 for every broken heart, I'd be drinking fine wine and eating caviar. If trouble was money, I'd have more money than any man should. Alright, well, I'm open for business in your neighborhood. The blues is my business, and business is good. Business in your neighborhood. The blues is my business, and business is good. A world full of trouble, a world full of pain. I'll take the problem, but I won't take no blame. If trouble was money, I have more money than any man should. Alright, well, I'm open for business in your neighborhood. The blues is my business, and business is good. Blues is my business, business is good. The blues is my business. The blues is my business. The blues is my business. Well, I'm open for business in your neighborhood. Blues is my business, and business